Hi, my name is Tori. Welcome to my channel. In today's adventure, we're going to be checking out Great Sand Dunes National Park. So I'm starting out with the Montville Nature Hike as the first hike that I'm doing in Great Sand Dunes National Park. And I just got to this rock that has a metal plaque on it that says that it was dedicated to the pioneers who came over Mosca Pass. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Some of which settled in the San Luis Valley. And then I see the name Lieutenant Zebulon Pike as the first American who recorded his impression of the Great Sand Dunes. So I'm from Minnesota, and I live fairly close to Fort Snelling State Park, and Zebulon Pike was actually a really big name in that area as well. I forget specifically for what, but I know that I've seen his name when I've been hiking at the state park there. So kind of cool to come here and see a name that I'm already familiar with from back home. But this also says on January 28th, 1807, he described the Great Sand Dunes in his journal as appearing exactly as a sea in a storm, except as to color. Not sure if you'll be able to see from here, but you can see the parking lot like right here at the edge. All the little people on the dunes look like ants right now. And that's gonna be me in a few hours because I'm hiking out there to go camp in the dune field tonight. I'm hoping that these clouds clear out so that way I can get some time-lapse shots overnight, because Great Sand Dunes National Park is a dark skies park. So hoping that these clouds clear out so that way I get some good shots overnight. But yeah, I can't believe how tiny everybody looks from over there. So that was the Montville Nature Trail. It was a roughly half-mile loop through an aspen grove. There were a couple of bridges that went over the stream. You couldn't see the stream for a lot of the hike, but you could hear it. There was also some juniper trees and some pinyon pines. Nice little easy, quick hike. If you are just here for a quick visit, would highly recommend doing this one. Also, go check out the dunes. I haven't done that yet because I'm gonna go hike and camp there tonight. So I'm saving that for when I go hike out there to go camping. I only want to do it once because hiking over dunes is difficult. I think now I'm gonna go, it's technically outside of the park, but there's a waterfall that's close by called Zapata Falls, not sure how to say it, Zapata Falls. So we're gonna go check that out. It's supposed to be another relatively short hike to a nice waterfall. So I'll see you guys there. I've made it to the Zapata Falls trailhead. I don't know if I'm going to do any recording on the way up to the falls because this is looking like it's going to be all uphill, and we're at about 9,000 feet of elevation right now, and I'm not quite acclimated yet, so there's going to be a lot of huffing and puffing from me on this one, and you guys probably don't want to listen to that for 20 minutes or any length of time, so I'll see you when I get to the falls. See how cold it is. Oh, that is really cold. I saw some people on my way up who were wet, and I'm guessing they probably went for a little swim in here. I would not want to do that right now because it is very, very cold, but it's also very pretty. That water is very clear. So that was Zapata Falls. Pretty small, but still really, really beautiful. That water was so crystal clear. There were people hiking around the rocks, kind of getting their feet wet in the water. It was a little bit of a booty kicker going up. We're going down now. Got some people coming up here. But yeah, if you're looking for a little bit more of a challenging hike that's also not on sand, near the Great Sand Dunes, I would highly recommend this one. Leg workout. It's already starting to shape up like that. I haven't even made it to the actual hills yet. Like, that's how far I've come. And then that's where I'm going. At least there's a nice breeze, right? This is gonna be a workout, guys. see behind me to go, and then down on the other side. But that's what I've done. I came from over yonder on the other side of that little creek at the edge of the sand dune, and I'm so tired I can't even talk straight. You can probably see cars. That's where my car is parked. And I'm hoping that the dunes don't go down as far on the other side, so I don't have to go down as far and up tomorrow as much as I'm going up right now, because I'm looking forward to going down all of this tomorrow, because this is such a workout. I will check back in when I get closer to the top, or when I get to the top. We'll see how I'm feeling. I'm almost to the top. I'm not kidding you when I say this is the hardest thing I have physically ever done in my life. And I just watched the video from Kara and Nate of Nate running the Marathon des Sables in Morocco, where he ran, I don't even remember how many miles it was, but it was like 6 back-to-back marathons or more in sand. And I'm just like, how did you do it? Because I want to die right now. I'm probably being a little dramatic, but like, oh my god, this is so hard, guys. I'm so close to the top. I finally made it up to the top, and I feel like I'm on Mars right now. Like, look at all of those dunes. Wow, that was a workout, guys. If you want a really challenging hike to the top of the dunes at Great Sand Dunes National Park. Your legs will feel like jello when you get to the top. I'm looking forward to going down tomorrow. Now, I just have to find a spot to camp out here, and honestly, I don't think I'm really gonna go too far, because as far as I hike out is as far as I have to hike back. And I would like to keep the up tomorrow morning to a minimum. So we're gonna find a spot pretty close to here, I think. Alright, so I'm finally past the point where I have to be to camp, and honestly I didn't go too far into the dunes. If you can see those two people up over there on that ridge, that's the point that you have to go past that in order to camp. And so, as you can see, I did not go very far, because as far out as I hike tonight is as far as I have to hike back tomorrow. And I don't really want to go up again, so this is probably the plan. We'll see. I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit and see how I feel about this spot. Well, I think I might be admitting defeat and hiking back out to find somewhere else to camp, because I have a tent that has a Y-shaped tent pole instead of being in all four corners, and I hiked an extra mile probably out that way. I mean, beautiful sunset right now, and everywhere is just super windy, and I was told that there's this stuff called desert concrete, where it's like really hard packed sand, and that's a good spot to pitch your tent. I searched high and low for it and I didn't find any, and I'm losing daylight, so I think I'm admitting defeat and hiking back to my car. So I lugged 30 plus pounds of stuff out here up the dunes for nothing, which is a bummer. But you know, sometimes you just have to trust your gut, and when you're standing there not sure where you're gonna sleep, and your options seem like it's sleeping your sleeping bag out in the open, which I'm not about to do, because I've seen weird holes in the sand that look like they're for snakes or big spiders. I'm not taking my chances with that. And I've also just seen a number of weird bugs already. Like, I've seen what looked like a small tarantula. I saw this weird caterpillar inchworm looking thing that literally burrowed into the sand, so like those could just come out in the middle of the night and crawl into my sleeping bag with me, and I don't want that. So I think I'm admitting defeat and hiking back out of here, which is a bummer, because I was looking forward to doing a time lapse of the night sky. I might honestly maybe I'll just sit in my car here take a time lapse here. I don't know. I'm really bummed right now, but I can't make my sleeping setup that I have work. So I don't really think I have any other option. I think my options right now are hike back or get comfortable with the creepy crawlies and sleep out in the open in my sleeping bag. Which, it's also supposed to get to like 40 degrees tonight, so I would like to be in an enclosed tent. Like, I know that doesn't really do much to help with insulation, but like, just makes me feel a little bit safer. I should also mention this was gonna be my first time backpacking entirely alone. I've always either gone with other people or I've at least had my dog with me, so this was gonna be my first time sleeping out in the wilderness completely alone. So I was already nervous because of that, but I was excited to, you know, get out of my comfort zone a little bit and try something new. But I just don't feel comfortable sleeping out here, I guess, in the open. And I can't pitch my tent. Like, there's no way. I tried and it's not gonna work. So I am gonna hike out of here now. Hopefully it doesn't take me as long to get out of here as it did to get in here, because it'll be 10 o'clock by the time I get out of here. So hopefully it doesn't take as long to get out. I probably won't stop at all to record until I get out of here. So I'll see you guys when I get back to my car. All right, well, I made it back. It's dark out. I don't know where I'm sleeping yet, so I think this is probably gonna be the end of the video. I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one. This adventure was a little bit of a flop. Hopefully the next one's a little bit better. Bye. Hi, Tori from the future here. I am back home from my road trip. As you can see, I am not outside right now. I am currently in my living room. Just wanted to add in something at the end because I felt like I ended that video a little bit abruptly. I was a little bummed and disappointed that my camping plans didn't work out the way I wanted them to. It was like 10 o'clock at night. I was tired and I had to find somewhere to sleep that would be safe. So I did end up in a hotel in Alamosa, which was about a 30-minute drive. And by the time I got there, I just wanted to take a shower and go to bed because I was covered in a light coating of sand and I was exhausted. The next day I woke up and my back, shoulders, legs, even my arms, like everything just hurt from hiking up the dunes and carrying. I never did weigh my pack, but I did keep it lighter than when I went on a backpacking trip to Isle Royale a couple years ago. Like, just judging by what I had in there compared to that trip, I know that I kept it lighter than that, and I think I was at like 38 pounds for that trip. So I would estimate somewhere between 30 and 35 pounds up the dunes. I probably had a few things that I didn't need to bring with me, but I tend to be an overpacker. So yeah, I just wanted to pop in from the future and say thank you to anybody who did watch this video. Most people who are watching it or did watch it are probably people that I know personally because I have shared the link with friends and family. But if you do not know me personally and you found this channel and watched this video, I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope you enjoyed it. I have never done anything like this before. I've never filmed a video for YouTube. I'm actually kind of camera shy. You might be able to see that a little bit in the video. I know in the next videos that I have filmed already that I'm working on editing, that'll be a little bit more clear because I will literally say or just shut the camera off whenever somebody is approaching. Like, I will say, oh, people are coming, and then like shut it off, or I'll just like shut it off. So still getting used to that aspect of doing this. And I also wanted to enjoy my trip a little bit, so I might not film every single moment, or I might not film things like me cooking dinner because I do like to kind of unplug a little bit when I go on these trips. So yeah, that being said, I hope that anybody who found this enjoyed. And if you have any tips, tricks, recommendations, things that you've seen in other channels that you like to see, that you want me to maybe give a shot, let me know. Just be gentle about it so I don't cry. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.